An avoidant feels instant regret if you do this. You're doing this wrong. What you think will make an avoidant miss you is actually pushing them further away. And the one thing that creates instant regret in an avoidant doesn't look dramatic, emotional, or aggressive. In fact, it looks calm, almost like you're giving up. But psychologically, it's the first moment they actually feel the risk of losing you. Most people believe that if they stay patient, loving, and understanding, an avoidant will eventually feel safe enough to choose them. That belief sounds healthy, but with avoidant attachment, it backfires almost every time. Research from major psychology departments, including studies from Harvard, Stanford, and the University of Illinois, shows that avoidant attachment isn't about a lack of feelings. It's about a deep fear of dependence and loss of control. When closeness increases, their nervous system reads it as danger. When distance increases, their nervous system calms down. That's why they pull away right when things start to matter. I see this pattern constantly. People who communicate clearly, give space when asked, and stay loyal, yet somehow end up feeling anxious, unwanted, and confused. They're doing everything right, but the avoidant keeps drifting while still staying loosely attached. That's not an accident. It's how the dynamic works. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what action creates instant regret in an avoidant, why it works so deeply on their psychology, and how to do it without playing games or losing your self-respect. Avoidants don't pull away because they don't care. They pull away because caring feels unsafe. Somewhere early in life, they learn that relying on others leads to disappointment, pressure, or emotional pain. So they train themselves to stay independent, emotionally guarded, and in control. When an avoidant gets close to someone, two forces activate at the same time. One part of them wants connection, comfort, and intimacy with you. Another part panics at the idea of needing you. That panic shows up as distance, mixed signals, emotional shutdowns, or sudden coldness after closeness. They're not trying to hurt you. They're trying to calm their nervous system. Here's where most people unknowingly make things worse. When the avoidant pulls back, you lean in, you text more. You explain your feelings more clearly. You reassure them you're safe, patient, and not going anywhere. You think love will soften their fear. But what actually happens is this. You remove all emotional risk for them. They get connection without commitment. They get attention without vulnerability. They get you without having to choose you. Studies on attachment theory show that avoidant individuals only reevaluate relationships when they experience what psychologists call activating events, moments where loss becomes real instead of theoretical. Your endless patience actually enables the very behavior you want to stop. Avoidants have a distorted relationship with scarcity. When something feels guaranteed, their brain downplays its value. But when something feels uncertain, their entire system wakes up. Their thoughts become louder. Their suppressed feelings surface. The distance they once needed suddenly feels uncomfortable. This is why the one thing that creates instant regret in an avoidant is not confrontation, not explaining, and not demanding clarity. It's genuine withdrawal with self-respect. And this is important. This is not ghosting. It's not playing hard to get. And it's not manipulation. It's when you stop organizing your life around their availability and stop absorbing their emotional inconsistency. You don't announce it. You don't warn them. You don't say, "I'm giving you space." You simply start matching reality instead of fighting it. If they take hours or days to respond, you do the same. If they make last-minute plans, you stop rearranging your schedule. If they go emotionally quiet, you stop trying to pull them back. For the first time, the relationship reflects their actual level of investment, not your extra effort holding it together. Now here's the most powerful part. If an avoidant clearly expresses doubt, says they're not ready, unsure, or need space, the most effective response is calm acceptance with consequence. Something like, "I understand. I want someone who's sure about me, so I'm going to move forward." And then you actually do it. You don't stay friends. You don't keep checking in. You don't leave the door emotionally open, not to punish them, but to honor yourself. Here's the crucial part. You're not doing this to manipulate them into coming back. You're genuinely honoring their stated wishes while protecting your own dignity. This only works if you're authentically prepared to never hear from them again. Avoidance can sense performative boundaries instantly. At first, They may feel relief. Finally, no pressure. Finally, emotional quiet. But that relief doesn't last. Within days or weeks, something shifts. They notice you're not reaching out, not checking in, not orbiting their life anymore. That's when regret begins. Their mind starts asking questions they avoided before. Are you losing interest? Are you moving on? Did they misjudge how much you mattered? For the first time, they're worrying about losing you instead of worrying about getting too close. Regret doesn't usually show up as a dramatic confession. It shows up subtly. Random messages, casual check-ins, memes, small questions about your life. They're testing whether you're still emotionally available. This part is critical. If you rush back in with excitement and reassurance, the regret fades. Their nervous system calms again. But if you stay grounded and consistent, the discomfort grows. Some avoidants will resist at first. They may pull away more or act indifferent. This is not failure. It's controlled panic. If they truly care, effort follows. More initiation, more curiosity, more presence, small but real emotional openness. Genuine consequence forces them to confront what they've been avoiding. Timeline varies depending on attachment depth. If you dated for a few months, regret might surface within 3 to 7 days. Longer relationships could see it within 1 to 3 weeks. Stay completely consistent during this period. Watch for these signs. Them reaching out with casual pretexts, referencing inside jokes, asking personal questions, or bringing up memories. Some will try to regain control by suggesting you catch up sometime. Another telling sign is when they start questioning directly. So we're really not talking anymore? Or, I didn't think you'd actually walk away. The key is consistency. You cannot do this for a few days and then collapse back into chasing. That only teaches them they don't need to change. Here's what you need to understand. This is not a trick to make someone love you. It's a filter. Some avoidants will step up. They'll realize your value and meet you with real effort. Others won't. Some will feel regret, but still be unable to change. And that outcome, painful as it is, saves you from years of emotional imbalance. If they come back, watch actions, not words. Real change looks like taking full accountability without excuses, being consistently present even when it feels vulnerable, actively working on their attachment patterns, and committing to concrete actions, not just words. Temporary panic looks like sudden affection followed by the same old distance. The real power of this isn't that it makes an avoidant regret losing you. The real power is that you stop shrinking yourself to be easier to keep. Healthy love does not require scarcity to survive. This is a reset, not a lifestyle. If someone can only show up when they're afraid of losing you, they are not ready for a secure relationship. You cannot love someone into emotional availability. You cannot be patient enough to heal their attachment wounds. What you can do is create a dynamic where both people show up equally or walk away with dignity when they don't. If you've tried this and they still don't step up, it's time to step back permanently. Your time and energy are valuable. Don't give them to someone who only sees your worth when it's almost gone. You deserve someone who chooses you clearly, not someone who needs to feel lost to feel love. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe. Drop a comment below. Have you ever enforced a real boundary when avoidant? What happened? I read every comment and love hearing your stories. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.